I'm Carol. You'll find me as Kazzie N, Cazzien, on Ravelry and on Instagram. And I just thought, I've got another lockdown, and I just felt, everyone keeps saying to me, oh, you're always making something. So I just felt it would be quite nice to document that, really, even if it's just for me. So I'm an Essex girl, but I'm now living in North Devon permanently. Moved here just as the first lockdown started. And the solicitors were going bonkers trying to get us all moving and get everything done. And anyway, that happened. It was a bit stressful, but that happened, and I've been living here since then. And I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. The scenery is just stunning. But anyway, a bit of my craft history. I'm in my craft room at the moment, which is lovely to have my own space. And giving you a bit of my background. I think I've always loved yarn. I've always loved crafting. My parents got me a little craft book when I was really, about 8 or something. And I got into needlepoint when I was a teenager. I used to make great big designs, and I was really into the K-facet things. And then when I was about 14, I started knitting, and I had this sort of 1970s book, Teach Yourself Knitting and Crochet, and I taught myself knitting. And I'm the sort of person I like to push myself, so I did quite a lot with that in the 80s, a lot of colour work and stuff. Then the children, and I didn't really do anything. I picked it up again in sort of around the time that Ravelry started again, actually. And I really got into it with all the brioche and all the beautiful Stephen West shawls and all things like that. I sort of got drawn in, all the hand-dyed yarns and everything. It all seemed so wonderful. And if you look at my Ravelry page, I've got quite an extensive list of projects. You can see what I've done. But I found it, I don't know, the past year, I just found it's got a bit serious. Everyone's trying to be a specialist in something and trying to find their niche so they can get famous, I don't know. I just found it was all getting a bit too serious. So I went back I tried my crochet again, using that knitting and crochet book. I had done a little bit before, but I thought, I'm just going to give it a go. I just got inspired. I was on holiday and I saw a crochet magazine, and it had the Janie Crow William Morris shawl on the front. So I thought, oh, that's absolutely stunning. And it's probably a bit adventurous for someone who was starting out, but I thought, I'm going to give that a go. So I got the kit, and I bought the back issues that I needed, and I got on with that. Actually, I'm just going to go and get it to show it to you. I should have had it here. Sorry about that. This is one of my latest. It took a couple of hours to do this with two balls of thick chunky yarn. Anyway, yeah, this is the Janie Crow. I did it mainly to the so huge. It's a bit too ornate, really, for a stole or a shawl. I like it on the back of the settee. I think it's quite nice. My husband not keen on things like that, but hey. So I changed the edge slightly to make it a bit lighter. I think it was quite pinky, so I put white flowers all around the edge. Yeah, so I sort of started with that, and that really, I got the crochet bug. Oh my goodness. Mad. Right, so I can go into all that later. So I'm not really a paper crafter, but I did get into junk journals. I decided that I did this bookbinding course, and I just thought, how wonderful, because I love books. I thought, how wonderful to sort of be able to mix up my love of books with the ability to do some sort of printing and painting, and to put some, my idea is to put some embroideries in the books as well. You know, there's the stitching and the lace, the sort of vintage haberdashery. So I thought that was all really good. I've got a YouTube channel, Junking Journals, where I started doing that, and I've also got an Etsy shop, Junking Journals. Whether I'll probably sporadically add things to that maybe, but I jump about, that's my trouble. I can't specialise in anything. I'd like to do lots and lots of different things. So I also play around with textiles and mixed media, because when my youngest was really small, in the 90s, mid-90s, I did the City and Guilds creative embroidery course 1 day a week at my local college, and I did the introduction, which took a year. Then there was part 1, which took 2 years. Then we had to do a design year, and then from that I could go on and do the part 2, which was another 2 years. So it went on and on, and I think we did another year as a group together because we couldn't give it up. And then I did the BTEC in art and design for a year. So all in all, I mean, goodness me, we did so many techniques. I've got a list here so I don't forget any. We did dyeing, felting, embroidery, obviously, including gold work, quilting, patchwork, paper making, printing. We also joked about burning and slashing, which was a big thing at the sort of early 2000s. Yeah, make something, then you burn it and slash it, yay. So that's quite fun. So basically I sort of see myself as like a Victorian all-rounder. You know how they didn't hone in and go down to a micro level at something. They did lots of different things. So if you're joining me on this channel, I hope that you're like that too, and you don't mind if it's not all about crochet or all about junk journals. It's just going to be a mixture of whatever I'm doing today. Okay, see you later.